Well, hello, my friends. I'm excited to be here with Lana Temple Plotz. She is the CEO for the CEO for Nebraska Children's Home Society. Lana, thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about our organization.
In 130 years, I cannot believe that. And you've got an event coming up at the end of April. But yeah, let's just talk about Nebraska Children's Home Society. Who do you serve and the mission and all that good stuff?
Perfect. Yeah. So Nebraska Children's Home Society, also known as NCHS, we are a statewide nonprofit organization. We were founded in 1893, and we serve children and families across the state of Nebraska. We are really focused on putting kids first, putting children first, and strengthening families. And so all of our services that we offer are family and child focused. And we have three core areas that we look at: adoption, foster care, and family support. And they are all focused on a safe and loving home for every child in Nebraska.
And I know there is so much history there. And actually, Metro Magazine, you guys are on the cover of the March-April issue.
Yes,
And a
thank you
great
for that.
story. Yeah, you're welcome. And a great story because there is such a rich history and how things have changed. How they've changed and how they also haven't changed.
Yes.
It's an interesting to see the progression of, first of all, adoption just in general. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah. So, as you mentioned, things have really changed over the last 130 years. And I think what's so phenomenal about our organization is that we're always so forward thinking,
Mhm.
looking at what's coming on the horizon and how can we best help families and strengthen families and help children. And so when we began, our focus was really adoption and foster care.
Yeah.
Before there even was anything called foster care, before the state had anything called foster care. And it was really about supporting families, and then also finding adoptive homes for children who were either did not have parents who could care for them, or
Yeah.
something had happened to their parents. And so as we've evolved as an organization, we still provide adoption and foster care, but another area that we've really expanded on in recent years is our family support. And that's all around prevention and early intervention, helping families before they reach a crisis situation, through a lot of different things, one of which is our home visitation program, which is focused on working directly with families in their homes. I always say that no one has a baby and looks at that baby and says, if I could screw this up, that would be awesome. Like, everybody wants to be a good parent.
Yeah.
And so for us, it's about helping that individual figure out what's best for them,
Hmm.
and letting them decide, and then finding them the resources and the support that they need to make that goal of theirs a success.
Yeah.
And so for us, it's not about what we want, it's about what the family and the individual wants for their child.
Yeah.
And we just try to help make that happen,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Yeah. So important. So let's talk a little bit about the event. 130 years, you're having a big celebration on Saturday, April 29th. Um, yeah, let's talk about the event and how people can get involved, buy tickets, where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, Saturday, April 29th, it's at View West Shores venue, which is in Waterloo, Nebraska. So it's a newer venue, so we're really excited about
Yeah.
that. And we're excited to bring all of our friends and family and supporters together. We're going to be celebrating our 130-year legacy. We're going to be looking back at where we've been this past 130 years. We're also going to be looking forward to what's to come for the organization. We're going to be honoring some individuals who have helped us get where we are now, and groups who have helped us to achieve our goals. We're just so focused on every child and family in Nebraska deserves to have access to resources and support that they need to thrive. And so we're going to celebrate our past and really look forward to our future. It's a chance for us to come together as a community and really put kids at the front. And so there'll be lots of different things that we're doing. There'll be food, of course. There'll be a
Yeah.
silent auction. And there'll be just a great opportunity for folks to come together. And I love these events because what ends up happening is all these folks from across the state who have been
Mm.
touched by our services or have been impacted by us or helped us in some way come together, and it's kind of like a reunion.
Yeah.
And so I love these events because I hear such wonderful, beautiful stories about the impact that we've made and how we've helped just change the trajectory of some families' lives. And that's always exciting. And then also for folks to get to see individuals they've worked with or folks who are in one of their classes.
Yes.
It's just kind of a really beautiful reunion. So I always love this opportunity to come together
Yeah.
as a community and really celebrate. And we have a great speaker. His name is Adrian Macklemore, and he is going to be presenting and speaking. And he has been an individual that's been touched by the foster care system and impacted by that. And so he has a very inspirational message, and I'm excited for him to be able to talk to our group on the 29th, and also just the day before he's going to be meeting with our teams and some of our families.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that too, because he'll have
Yeah.
a more intimate opportunity to talk to some of our team members and some of the individuals we're working with as well. So we're just excited to have him and excited to come
Yeah.
together.
It's been a few years since you've had an event like this, correct?
Right. Our last one was our 125th.
Okay.
We celebrated at our 125th, and oh my gosh, doesn't it seem like that was a lifetime ago?
It does.
With everything that's happened in terms
Yeah.
of the pandemic and everything. So yeah, it was the 125th, and we had it here in the Omaha area. So I'm excited to get together again.
Yeah.
And like I said, it always brings people from across the state. So that's always really exciting.
Right. Well, and you've got a great website, nchs.org. And I'm looking at it right over here. I'm looking at your event page, because when you get to the homepage, you can't miss the banner across the top that says, for tickets, for more information, just click there. So it's very easy. You got a great video on your site as well. And again, like you said, bringing people together that have been a part of Nebraska Children's Home Society, NCHS, and I will say, I went through, you guys helped me out 21 years ago when I had a little girl, and made the adoption choice for her. And that seems like lifetimes ago. I can't believe, because she turned 21. So again, it's just bringing these people together, because it's I think, just from my experience, making an adoption plan is probably the most hardest decision I ever had to make.
Yeah.
And it's not made lightly. I mean, as a birth mother, we don't go into this lightly, and it is a decision. It's a big decision that impacts a lot of people. Myself, the child, the family. So you just do such great work, and there's so many resources long after the adoption process,
Right.
that you have for families and birth mothers, which is one of the things that I just really have a great appreciation for.
Thank you. And I think that's just indicative of our organization. We provide that level of connection and support way past whatever service we provide, whether it's adoption or foster care or any family support. We have families who come back to us years later and say, I was doing okay, and now I need a little help with this. And we just jump right in and really want to help families achieve, the goals that they've set out for themselves, and whatever we can do to make that happen. That's our goal. Building strong families is important to us, and making sure every child has a loving family is super important to us. So we're excited to bring people together to celebrate with us, and we want to have folks who know us, and we want them to bring folks who don't know us, because we'd love to make some new friends in this process as well. And so we're excited about that opportunity as well.
And one thing before I let you go, a couple more things I want to talk about, and this just kind of popped for me too, is that back when the organization first started, and for decades and decades later, the birth mothers and the adoptive families, they did not know each other, and actually it was like you couldn't know each other. And I know one of the things, because I actually have some friends that have adopted through your organization, and there is this connection between the adoptive family and the birth mother.
Mhm.
And it just depends on, the family, how they
Yeah.
want to navigate that. But some of them, one of my friends, I mean, she's very close. They're very close with the birth mother.
Yes. Yeah,
And
that is so important. And we really want to foster that with the
yeah,
folks that we work with. And like you said, every situation is different, but we were really focused on there is never too many people to love a child. And
yeah,
the more that you can connect around that and keep that in mind and work together, it just makes it so much more helpful for the child in general, just to be
yeah,
able to have all those folks around him or her that care about them and want the
yeah,
best for them. So
yeah. I
makes the
think that.
healing process easier for all involved.
So let's just talk before, so lastly, so if people cannot attend the event, what are other ways that they can support the organization?
Absolutely. We have a number of different ways. I mean, there's sponsorship opportunities on the website that you mentioned.
Mhm.
There's donation of auction items. Again, you can go to our website, nchs.org. And as you said, the banner's right across the top. We have an events coordinator who would be more than happy to talk with you about
Yep.
all of those things. You can also make donations anytime on the website. And then just share with your friends, with your
Yeah.
family, co-workers, share about the event. We would love folks to come. Like I said, we want to make new friends as well. And so if you're not
Yeah.
able to come, we would love for you to share with your networks and
Yeah.
get the word out about the event.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting. I think adoption touches a lot of people.
Mhm.
And so you're never that far away
Yeah.
from an adoption story,
Right.
either within your family or your friends. So it really, again, your organization just does so much for so many. And I just thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And we were thrilled to be part of the magazine and have you feature us. That was so sweet of you, and we love to tell our story. And like I
Yeah.
said, it's a great long history that we have, and we're just going to continue to do what we do. And we love that we have so many folks like you who support us so beautifully. So thank you for that.
Yeah, you are welcome. So, viewers, again, nchs.org, lots of information about this event and about the organization as a whole. You can also go to spiritofomaha.com, and there's a digital edition that you can click on as well and read about Nebraska Children's Home Society. So, um, any final words before I let you go?
No, it's just great to
Okay.
see you, and I
Yeah,
appreciate your time.
yeah, thank you so much for joining me.